Welcome back to Let's Play The Evil Within with me, Jerupidus.
Where'd they go?
And we have just arrived at the bottom of this hole searching for Joseph and Kidman, so let's get to it. And here is yet another not loading screen. You know what? Let's just use a shotgun shell. Boy, they just keep swiping me that way. I usually have a little bit better luck with them being downed. But not today, it would seem. But it's really no big deal. We're gonna be just fine. And we're doing pretty well on trap parts. We have 37, so I'm fairly happy with that. But we're going to have another little bit of a fight.
Joseph!
Up here to rescue our friends.
Kidman, you there?
Yep, I want to pick that up, and then I want to loop back around just over here. And I do love taking this way through it with the torch in your hand. I just think it's so cool and atmospheric. All the dead bodies around you, it's just nuts. Every time I come through here, I just kind of feel like I gotta do that just because it's so sweet. And we will run to our friend's aid soon, but not quite yet. Still have just a little bit more looting to do. Man, a lot of these rooms, with how grimy the walls are and the ground and things like that, remind me a lot of Silent Hill. Like, a lot of this game looks like the Nightmare Realm from Silent Hill. It's very cool.
Hang on!
Alright, I think now we gotta get in there. Yeah, we may as well just spend it.
Sebastian.
Get the kills while we can. And we'll try and keep the fat ones off Joseph. But he can definitely take a punch. Yeah, he's quick. And Joseph can never run out of ammo, so I kind of like to let him do his thing to conserve my bullets. And you also never run out of healing for him, so you can just kind of chill. But his bullets do very little damage.
Are you guys alright? We're alright.
Just a few bumps, we're fine.
And interestingly, that's the exact same thing Kidman said in the car in one of the very first cutscenes.
If you hadn't come along.
And let's see what Joseph's doing.
It looks like the door's locked from the other side.
Sebastian, Maybe we can lift this enough for Kidman to go under and open it from the other side.
We're counting on you.
All right.
Let's get going.
And honestly, we have to be the 3 most badass cops on the face of the planet.
We should go.
Like, I love the 3 of us just walking here through this nightmare realm, having kind of kicked its ass so far. It just feels good.
I'm glad you're both all right.
It's odd, though. Why would they catch you instead of just killing you?
Maybe he didn't see me as a threat.
He. Another one of those doors.
Alrighty, now we have a Laura fight coming up. Oh man. Make sure we grab that map fragment. That is number 10. And that's going to be the last map fragment in here. Now let's grab this document. Wedding invitation. Detective Sebastian Castellanos and Detective Myra Hansen joyfully request the pleasure of your company at their wedding celebration. Saturday, the 17th of September, 2005 at 12:30, the Veranda Hotel, Crimson City, reception to follow. And I don't think I have enough green gel to do anything worthwhile, but I do have a shiny new key. So why don't we go ahead and use that?
Sebastian, have you forgotten something?
Oh, I haven't forgotten anything except for the boatload of ammunition I have hanging out in your back room. So let's make sure we're all topped up. It is nice to just have these free refills on shotgun shells. Now, why don't we use our locker key? I did get all the ones on this side, right? Yep. And these are freeze bolts, a warhead for the Agony crossbow which will temporarily freeze struck opponents. Except for certain enemies, the target will break apart after freezing. And freeze bolts are pretty good. They're very... The shock bolts, freeze bolts, and... flash bolts are all very similar in that they have a bit of an AoE that freezes things, which can be very useful. But I think that's all we want to do in here, so let's continue on. Now... We have a couple fairly challenging parts coming up. So let's just get it started. So we see this room to our left that we can't quite get through. But if we kind of look in there, we can see some breakable boxes. So we know there's a way to get there, and that's going to be this way. Now we're going to come down here and be confronted with this hallway, and look at that ammo right in front of us. Isn't that nice? Let's go get it. And if you just walk straight that way, that will kill you. And you will be transported back to before the save room and have to do all that stuff over again. So we're going to run for it. This guy's going to get up over here, and we're going to swing around and just shotgun him. Just make sure I have absolutely no problems here. Oh, I wanted to pick up that green gel. And now we can find a bunch of goodies in here. Including this treasure box. Come on. There we go. Full up on shotgun shells? That's a shame. And this kind of reminds me a bit of a secret area with the level design with Doom, where you see this door that you can't quite get through, and then you kind of take a little bit of a roundabout way and you end up in there after all. So I think that's kind of a fun piece of level design. Now, coming up here, I think I'm going to make sure I'm healed up. Let's see. Why not? We're going to have a little bit of a challenge. And let me just show you what I'm talking about. There are two haunted right here, and they're facing the hallway, and there's just no way to distract them, or basically do anything other than have them get aggroed on you. So what we're gonna do is have him chase us and try to get him by burning these bodies. Nope. Not good enough. And I got a little hung up in the corner there, which is why he got me. And I meant to get my shotgun out there, so this is going quite sideways. So let's get him and the other one. And things like that are what I mean when I say that even the basic enemies in this can still get you. I've done that part 100 times and I've had it go perfectly about half of them. All right, let's keep going. Now, right here, we can see there are some spikes there. What's going to happen is we're going to trigger a trap and it's going to shatter this mannequin. So you don't want to go running in there. Okay. Now, this part is designed to teach you one thing and one thing only. Ooh, a healing item. That's nice. Now, we can see here, we kind of remember these bleeding walls and stuff, what's going to happen here. That's right, it's Laura again. And so what we want to do is lure her here. And burn her.
Fire seems to work.
Yep, so burning Laura makes her go away. But before we leave, we're going to want to head into where she spawned. And some ravens are going to fly out. And one of them has a statue on its back. So you've got to shoot that thing down. First try. I feel good about that. I routinely miss Haunted at like point blank range, but I can hit that shot. Wonderful. Okay. Do I want to continue on just yet? I kind of feel like I don't want to yet. But you know what? Let's just get to it. So this is going to be our mandatory Laura boss fight. And let me just talk a little bit about Laura before I kick this thing off. She kills you instantly if she grabs you. Now, the idea here is to use the things in the environment to burn her repeatedly, and then you can finish her off with just a few bullets. Now, that might not sound that hard, but when one mistake means instant death started over, it ends up being pretty challenging. So let's get started. Now, as soon as she makes that squishy noise, is when you want to drop the match. That noise. Right then is when you press B, and she likes to spawn around these dead bodies. So for each dead body, you get kind of a free burn. Now, the rest of them are much more challenging than that. Because I don't know which direction she's going to come from, and I want to try to use this barrel if I can. There she goes. And believe me, it is heartbreaking when you get those wrong. Get somewhere where I can kind of see around me. There she is. And I almost got grabbed there. The wind-up on the torches is really something when a one-hit kill is on the table. This is going pretty smoothly so far. I still have a melee that I've got to land. And then there's one more explosive barrel I would like to use. Where is she? Here she comes. All right. And then there is one more trap in the room. I want to find that barrel. There it is. Yes! I can't believe how well this is going. Famous last words. Now what I want to do is get her to spawn in this area. And hopefully... Nope, that's not good. Alright. You know, it may just be bullet time. I'm really hoping she doesn't get around in front of me. That would be bad. So I'd really like to use this final trap on her if I possibly can. Did I get her? Nope. The traps are not easy to use, but I think we should just probably get out the old agony crossbow and finish this up. I definitely gave it my best. There we go. All right, I kind of can't believe I did that first try. I usually end up making a mistake that gets me grabbed. And let's make sure we didn't miss any loot in this area. There's at least some. But the idea with that trap that I failed to use was the floor drops out from underneath her and burns her again. Which may have meant I only needed to use one explosive bolt, but honestly, it's gonna be fine. All right, well, I think it's time to move on.
Subject's case history cites developmental delays. Indicates issues with communication, social cognition, repetitive behaviors. Signs of synesthesia reported. Genealogy suggests increased susceptibility to external stimuli. Pattern adaptiveness. Could you be what I've been searching for all these years? And under my own nose? Unbelievable. There can be no mistake. This one is compatible. What in the hell?
And so now we have kind of a little bit of a mini-game part, but I thought that the peek at the giant brain above was very interesting. So what we're going to want to do is down these guys. And then pull the things out of the backs of their necks. But I'm going to wait until I feel a little safer that I won't get grabbed. Oh, that one got back up already. There we go. And I did mention that in the beginning of the game, when Ruvik first got to us, he stabbed us in the back of the neck. Oh, come on. Just fall over, buddy. There we go. Why can I not pick that up? There we go. This one's having a little bit of trouble pathing, but that's okay. Some very cool foreshadowing going on in that little cutscene there right at the end. So awesome. And that's going to be the end of Chapter 5, so that's all the time I've got for today. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.